what's happening in Sudan. Well, let's first look at what's going on in Hong Kong because I don't want to keep going and then not give you guys information about what's also going on in Hong Kong. So roll the clip.
Here comes the tear gas. I can't fucking see shit. I'm crying. Ah! Whoa! Oh, god damn it! Whoa! Oh! Oh god! Fuck! That hurts! Oh shit!
So now that you guys saw what's going on in Hong Kong, let me explain what it really is. What's going on in Hong Kong is that there's this new bill that's trying to be passed, and what its purpose is to extradite certain people in Hong Kong because of their political beliefs back to the mainland of China, the bigger area of China, because technically Hong Kong is a part of China, but it's considered its own autonomous government. So the central power in Beijing, in China, is trying to pass this bill that's going to bring certain people back to China without their consent. So this is going to be a forcible extradition of Chinese people, and not just Chinese people, but also people that are foreigners, people that are studying abroad, people that are there just to spend some vacation time. Excuse me. So those people are also going to have to suffer from this bill, and so all those protests are to kind of demonstrate that they don't want this to happen, that the citizens don't want this extradition to happen. So in relationship to what I was talking about with history, again, the people in Hong Kong, the people in Sudan, don't have the basic right of democracy, the basic right to voice their concerns over something that they collectively believe is wrong. They don't have the voice, they don't have the power as sovereign individuals to shift or mitigate at least what's going on in China or in Sudan. They cannot do anything about it. So, being that it is Flag Day, I'd like to just send a message out to people that perhaps don't view the United States as this great country, or as this country that's actually a revolutionary, because that's really what it is. What we've managed to create here in the United States is just phenomenal. Almost no other country has what we have here, in terms of our right to speak freely, our right to manifest concerns through protests, and the right to democracy. So these protesters are getting killed. They're getting their voices shouted down by their governments, and people here in the United States don't have to suffer from that kind of stuff. And so I think it's really important to address that. I think that people really have to value what kind of rights people have, and what kind of sacrifices were made in the past, and this goes back to what I was talking about with history. If history is not to provide us with this information of the past so we don't repeat it, if that's not the true purpose of history, then it is that context thing I was talking about. It is that thing, that knowledge of what happened to it, that maybe people now can be appreciative of what the founding fathers had to do, or what the people in the 1700s had to sacrifice and had to fight for to get to this point in our country.